So if you clicked on this video, I'm assuming you're here because you're interested in this topic. And no, you didn't read it wrong. I genuinely do believe that Grand Cross has one of the best PvE kind of co-op modes, for gacha gaming. They just don't really do anything with it. I feel like if they just made a really, really fun piece of content that you can do co-op, it would be super fun to play with other people, because Grand Cross, believe it or not, again, does have a pretty fun PvE co-op system. It used to take strategy to do it, but nowadays you can just pretty much clear it legitimately with no issues whatsoever. The units we have are just way too powerful. Indra, I didn't step my foot into Indra yet, but it does seem like it can be difficult with the units we have now. From the videos I've watched, seems like people kind of just they just kind of destroy Indra. But again, that's more so a testament to the level of power our units have, because again, what do you want them to do? These are old bosses, right? These are really super old bosses. Not that characters can't be good for them, but again, any character that is remotely powerful is gonna destroy these bosses. So let's think of things a little bit. If they were to give us another piece of content that involved co-op, that you could actually invite your friends to, let's say we have to fight I don't know, Kath, right? Because Kath could be the next big boss for co-op. Let's say Kath comes out and we have to defeat him. I could actually see that being a pretty fun mode if they do it right. Now, Netmarble has a tendency to, when they release bosses, they kind of just go balls to the wall for some reason. I don't know why, but Netmarble does have a tendency to just release like the Supreme Deity. They do have, and look, I haven't even beaten the hard version yet. They do have a tendency when they drop hard content to just be like, okay, this is the content. Now, here's how impossible it is to beat it unless you have very specific units. And then now now it'll take a year and a half for it to be easy or something like that. Some stupid, they tend to do that a lot, right? Not that there's really an issue with that. I don't think there's an issue with it being difficult, but once you make it super gimmicky to where every phase is doing something, then every phase has a mechanic you have to remember, kind of like Ratatoskr. Ratatoskr isn't that bad. It actually isn't. It's the fact that the mechanics are the mechanics of that fight are terrible. I don't think they really, I don't know if it's been nerfed, like if they changed how it works or whatever, but I don't really think that fight should be as gimmicky as it is. The debuffs are fine, right? Don't get me wrong. The debuffs are fine. With the shock, bleed, poison, whatever, that's okay. Once you start getting into, each log has to be killed, you have to do a certain debuff, he gets powered up depending on which log he's at. It just like people don't care. Unfortunately, Netmarble, people don't really give a shit about those types of fights. They don't. They want to come in. They don't care if it's hard. But once you start getting super gimmicky to the point where every phase is different, every phase has a different, set of rules you have to remember. Now I'm like, okay, is it even worth doing this? Like for real, is it even worth doing it? But I digress. The co-op system is definitely can be improved upon. It'd be fun if they made a demonic beast too. Demonic beast co-op, I feel like that could be really, really fun if they did something like that too, where every demonic beast battle has like a co-op stage. Let's say they start off with the bird instead of transcendent, I don't know, maybe it'll be a different section. I don't know, but it'd be like co-op. I can't pronounce a co-op bird and you're able to play with your friends. Obviously it's going to be much more difficult, but let's say the drop rate is so crazy, like instead of just, I don't know, on the third floor you only get guaranteed one of these. Let's say if they made a co-op stage for it, you get like 5 of these, but it's super tough. Not that gimmicky, but like it's super tough. He has a lot of HP. Maybe he's lower in attack and defense, right? You know, they can figure it out. But I definitely do think it's possible to make a really, really fun piece of content like that. Again, Demonic Beast, it seems like they, for the most part, I don't know if they're going to be adding another stage to Demonic Beast. I actually have no clue, because Demonic Beast, I mean, you hit all your major races, right? You hit everything. You have giants, humans, demons, fairies, unknowns, you know, whatever, goddesses. You have every beast for every race, for every upgrade. You know what I mean? Like, there's already a stage for every single race. So I don't know what they would do with the next Demonic Beast, but if they do end up actually going the route of, let's just use this card. If they do end up going the route of doing co-op for Demonic Beast, that'd be huge, like super huge for the game, because it'd bring more life into it. It'd bring more players. It'd bring more hype, stuff like that. I think that, you know, having the really gimmicky fights like Demon King and Supreme Deity, like those are good additions either way. Even though I think Supreme Deity fight was made like just horrendously, I actually do think that it's a piece of content that it's needed in the game. They could nerf it. They need to nerf it, but I actually think it's a piece of content that's needed, not just for casual players, but for people that really, really love the game. They play it all the time. I think people like that might enjoy it. There's nothing wrong with people enjoying the Supreme Deity. That's the thing too. People, I feel like people, when you talk about stuff and you're like, oh, this is terrible, like blah, 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 you know, people think it's like a crime or something to enjoy it. You don't have to not enjoy something just because the majority of people don't. It's just, it can be better, right? It can be better. With all things said and done, it can be better. I think that Supreme Deity, you know, is a fight that, again, is needed in the game. Like, we do need different pieces of content, but they could tone it down. Like, they could tone it down just a little bit. Like, there's no need for it to have all those stages with all those gimmicks. Like, I don't think so. But yeah, Grand Cross going back to the roots and doing co-op, you know, content really could be fun, really could be interesting, could bring in a lot of new different strategies. If they decide to make co-op content really tough, they could change it up. They could restrict race it. Like, there's so much they could do with Grand Cross. Has probably the most potential of any gacha game. Like, if I'm gonna be real, like being real, I do feel like Grand Cross might have the most potential out of just like all the gacha game. Well, I should say all the gacha games, but you know, like these type of gacha games where it's turn-based, I do feel like they have the most potential. Let's do the collab team real quick. I might make a hard edit, so if you guys, you know, get instantly teleported to the team comp, that's why. We'll use Rudo, and then, I mean, come on, Priscilla. Okay, let's do you. And on the back we'll put they have to be red. Who do I want to put on the back? I didn't really think about this one too much. Is there anyone else I could put? I mean, I guess we could keep Bond. I guess Bond isn't a bad option. I just want someone who would be able to boost us a little bit more, but Bond might just be the best option. Okay, so we'll go with Bond. Our equipment, we'll make sure. So for my equipment pieces, I do have these plus 30%. I didn't really I don't have enough anvils to like consistently do it, but I at least wanted the pierce rate. So his pierce rate is going to look like crazy. Same thing with Rudo. I'm still working on these characters. So, you know, forgive me for that. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's hop into this. Actually, we probably could just beat it ourselves. Like, we probably could, but the point of it is to show the co-op aspect of it. Oh, look, he's running the same exact setup. I really like, shout outs to that person, by the way. I really like their AI. Their AI comps are crazy. All right, so yeah, we should be able to just completely destroy this guy. Yeah, Grand Cross going back to co-op, I could see it. I definitely could see it. I think that that would be the smartest thing to do. I think that maybe, you know, if they just decided to go all in on co-op content, that it could, again, bring more players, just bring overall hype. So that, let's say for the next update, they decide to go with, again, Kath. That'd be super fun. Super fun. They, they just have to know, they just have to test out the content they're doing. I don't know if they test out the content they're doing enough for it to be like, okay, it's perfect for new play, not new players, but it's perfect for players. You know, it's not too gimmicky, it's not too hard, it's just right. You know, we have enough that way people can actually enjoy the mode without having to go too crazy. Now, again, obviously they would make characters tailor made for, you know, for our hypothetical Kath. They would make, they would just make it to where you have to summon. That's just how Netmarble works. Unfortunately, that's just how Netmarble works. They're going to release a piece of content. They're going to have whatever that content gives you in the shop, so that way whales can get it first. Then after that, they're going to make characters for it. And then slowly but surely, it'll become easy, right? That's just how Netmarble works. That's actually how a lot of gacha games work. If we're going to be completely honest, that is actually how a lot of them work. They do operate under that same kind of business model. The only thing is, I don't know if Grand Cross does a good job of implementing it the right way it should be implemented, because again, Grand Cross, they have a huge, actually, we're just going to go with this. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Our friend probably has the setup we want anyway. Oh, okay. They don't have the, maybe this is the better team with Hell and Lolly, or LR, Lolly Merlin. But yeah, it doesn't have to be impossible to win. Like, I don't know, companies sometimes, like, I feel like they just make it impossible to win when it first drops, and then it's like, okay, well, now after 7 months we can finally you know, make it easier for our players, right? We can finally make it easier. God damn, okay. Literally executed the Gray Demon right there. That's so crazy. Okay. Legitimately just executed the Gray Demon. All right. I do want Lolly Merlin LR. I do want her, but she's gonna have to wait. She's just gonna have to wait. It is what it is. Jesus. All right, yeah, 1.3 mil. Yeah, I guess I could wrap up. That's all I really wanted to say. Grand Cross needs to go back to their, you know, their early days of doing co-op related content. I think that would be great. I think that would bring in new life to the game. I don't really imagine a lot of players would have an issue with that. I think people will be way more interested in actually doing co-op. Now, it could be stupid with people, but you know, maybe they can make it to where you set up certain filters or parameters. I don't know. They could do it though. Grand Cross needs to go back to their co-op days. Let me know what you think down below, guys. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far. This will be Dev signing out. Stay blessed and stay cool.